Hello guys, in this episode, I'm joined by Neelesh Goyal, the Sociology Topper of this year's UPSC Civil Services Examination, who secured an outstanding All India rank 77 with an exceptional 293 marks in Sociology. But this is not just another topper talk. What makes Neelesh's journey truly special and inspiring is how he broke away from the crowd and found clarity, direction, and breakthrough results through the structured mentorship and the focused preparation. So, from being stuck on some fundamental topics like lineage and descent, that's how we got into touch when he searched for this particular video, and then came to us and writing sociology answers that truly reflect the mindset of a sociologist. That journey, if you see, this is full of transformation. It's a real transformation. So, whether you're stuck at your prelim stage or unsure about your main strategy or confused about sociology as an optional, this episode is not just going to be informative. This is exactly what you need to watch right now. Hi, bro. How are you? All good?
I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm perfectly fine. So let's start.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So, Nilesh, today the country basically know you as a sociology topper, someone who scored a remarkable 293 marks in sociology and secured All India rank 77 in UPSC Civil Services Examination. But before that applause, before the marks, before the rank, there was a journey. And that's exactly what we want to explore today, the real story behind this result. So let's rewind for a moment. Our viewers definitely want to know who was Neelesh before this topper tag or Neelesh IAS. So can you take us through your background, like where you are from, your education, and what inspired to become an IAS officer?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am basically a native of Rajasthan. So I did my schooling up to class 12 there itself in my native town. For graduation, I went to NIT Jaipur. It is Malviya National Institute of Technology. So in 2018, I completed my BTech in mechanical engineering. After that, I took up job in Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. I was working there for around 5 years. So in 2023, prior to that, I had no idea that I'll be going into civil services or anything related to that. But once the monotonous nature of job started, I thought I should look for an alternative career. And that's when thought of civil services came. And in first attempt in 2023, I could not clear the prelims examination, but in 24, by God's grace, I was able to clear all three stages.
So this kind of success, like All India rank 77, that comes after a lot of setbacks. I think you gave only one attempt, right? No, this is the
It was
second
my
attempt in which you cracked.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So you faced some struggles in between. What went through after the first attempt?
Sir, actually, being from engineering background, I was overconfident in objective type of examination. So I always thought the prelims is a cakewalk for me. But failure in prelims, that was a big setback for me. I analyzed what went wrong, whether it was lack of preparation or lack of attempt, how to attempt the examination. So analyzed a lot, and I improved certain things in next attempt. And I cleared next attempt prelims with a good margin. In mains also, because even if that prelims I had cleared in 23, in mains I could not have done better because I did not prepare mains before prelims. So this time I made it a point that by December I will complete the syllabus. January to May I'll focus on prelims, and between prelims and mains I'll do the answer writing. So I think these improvements helped me in this attempt, sir.
Yeah, that's pure gold. I think the audience are taking down the notes. So, see, people see the success, right? Now you're an IAS officer, but what they don't see is actually the struggle behind, what all you have gone through. So, can you tell us about your lowest point during this journey? Is it after the first prelim setback or any other point?
Sir, my lowest point would be after this interview because my interview was not that great. And I was banking on the fact that I have done good in mains. And if I get 200 plus in interview, then I'm surely in the list. But after the interview, I was not at all certain that I'll be getting even the average marks. So I called at my home and I told them, "Ki, this attempt I'm not clearing. Let us prepare for the next attempt." But my family is very supportive in this situation, sir. They told me, "Ki, you will get through. Just keep working." Uh, Apart from this, sir, whenever I did not complete my target for the week or for the month, or whenever I did not get good marks in certain tests, So I would get demotivated. But again, it is my belief that consistency is always uh, key virtue in this preparations. If you are consistent, no matter what you are going to get through, sir.
Yeah, because UPSC is not just an academic battle. If it is academic battle, we know, this is the number of years that you need to prepare, and then you will definitely complete that. But when it comes to UPSC, if you are not cracking the interview, then next attempt, we don't know whether you clear the prelims also, right? So,
Sure, sir.
anyway, you have done very well. So even after the, interview issues also, maybe you felt some setback, but still you were able to get that 77th rank, and it's very good. So this uncertainty, I just want to ask about this uncertainty. How did you manage your finances, family expectation, and the mental pressure during all those years? Like two years you were there, right? So
Yes,
you're
sir.
working along with this also.
I was working, sir, in
So how you
BHEL.
manage this uncertainty on one side and then this pressure, finances and everything?
Sir, from financial point of view, I was sorted because I was working in a good job that was paying me and I was getting monthly salary. So that was not an issue. Also, my family was very supportive when preparation, sir. They told me that you give 2 or 3 serious attempts. After that, if you are not successful, then we'll go back to the job. No issue at all. So I think family expectations were there, but that was not a mental pressure. That was a supporting expectations, I would say, sir. That pushed me to work harder to meet my weekly or monthly targets.
So that's awesome. That's lovely. That kind of support, if you get from family, then that's really awesome.
Sir,
So
I just want to add one point. I believe it is my belief, sir. I may be wrong here, but families always support if we are honest with them. If we are honest about our efforts, what we are putting in. If we are saying to them, I am preparing seriously, but we are not putting our time in preparation, we are involved in some other things. That's when they will be fed up with us after 1 or 2 or 3 years. But if you are working sincerely, if you are putting hard work, then I think most of the families, especially in India, sir, they support.
Nilesh, you told that in the first attempt in 2023 you couldn't clear the prelims, but now
Yes, sir.
you are IAS and you cracked with 77th rank. So
Yes, sir.
before get into that rank, you had to clear the prelims. So even now also, if you ask many aspirants, it's the nightmare of many aspirants. So
Yes, sir.
what did you do differently in the second attempt to crack it? You just mentioned about that in the first question itself, but I just want to know a little more about that because this is the nightmare of most of the students, and many people want to know about this.
Yes, sir. So first of all, I limited my resources. I made a plan that for this subject, I have to do this book and I have to do PYQs and multiple revision of this book and my notes. So I limited my resources. I gave as many mocks as I was able to because in prelims, more than preparation, attempting the paper, what is the strategy, how many number of questions should I attempt, how the time management should be, these things matter. So with mock test, I try to complete my wholesome preparation in this aspect. And after that, sir, I think another important thing is in prelims, you need a mental resilience because success ratio in prelims is much lesser compared to mains or interview. So you need to have that belief that yes, I can do it with limited number of resources, limited number of hours. So for that, I stick a note to my study table that I will do it in 2024. So that was kind of moral support I got, sir.
So you planned like till December you will be focusing on mains, and from Jan onwards you'll be looking for prelims, right? So for
Yes,
prelims
sir.
series, otherwise till December you will be focusing on prelims come mains, and then from Jan onwards it's exclusively prelims. And then what I want to know is what exactly was your strategy in the last 30 days, that final lap for the prelims?
In last 30 days, sir, I did not touch any new material. Whatever new material came in market, I did not touch it. I stick to my old notes and my resources. I revised it multiple times. Every Sunday, I gave a mock test, one GS full length and one CSAT full length test. And I analyzed this test to a great extent. What are my mistakes? Be it lack of preparation or lack of revision, or I'm not able to attempt the number of questions because of poor time management. So I think that analysis of paper in depth helped me quite a lot.
If you don't mind, can you tell me your scores, like what you got in your mock test?
In
Like
mock test,
when you
sir, I
started
got
and
from
when you started and when you have grown to that final May month.
sir.
How you progressed? How you
Uh,
progressed?
it was definitely an improvement. but always I got in between the range of 70 to 130. There were, even in the month of April, there were tests in which I got 75 or 78 marks. But it was my belief that these are just the mock tests. These are not the papers prepared by UPSC. So I believe more in PYQs compared to mock tests. But mock tests I gave to learn the time management or my accuracy, what is my accuracy level, so that I can guess the number of questions that I need to attempt to clear the cutoff.
So you talked about PYQs. So from which year onwards you were solving? 2010, 2012 time onwards you were solving, or
Uh,
last few years only?
I focus on last 15 years of questions, sir. That is from 2011. But
2000.
in certain subjects like history, in which syllabus is more static in nature, I went up to last 20 years. Yes, sir.
So that's mainly about prelims. So let me ask you about mains also. So you cracked with 77th rank, which means you really nailed in mains. So
Yes, sir.
what's your overall strategy I'm asking about for mains preparation, like when it comes to balancing GS, essay, ethics, and optional, all you have to do it effectively. So
Yes,
how
sir.
you manage that?
So to begin with, I would say that I got 835 score in mains, and that is the only reason I got this rank, and I will get into IAS. Otherwise, I may not have been in the list. So I think mains score plays an important role. How I manage, sir, I practice quite a lot. One mistake that I did, that I did not write any answers before prelims. I started answer writing between pre and mains. I could have done answer writing, especially sectional tests before December itself, but I did not do it. And if I have to advise someone, I would advise the write sectional test before prelims and write full length test between pre and mains. But what I did, sir, I started answer writing after prelims, and I made it a point that for each subject, be it essay, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, or optional, I write at least 5 to 6 tests so that I learn both time management and presentation skills that is required from in to score good marks in UPSC. I took quite a lot help from last year's toppers copies, sir. More than content in their copies, I looked for the presentation. The skill presentation is so much important, sir. Even uh, average content with very good presentation can fetch you very good marks compared to very good content with average presentation. That was my belief. Also, sir, especially toppers like Andeep Durishetty sir or Adit Srivastav sir, if you see their copies, sir, they have innovated in such a way that it was bound to happen that they got rank one. So I tried to learn that trick, how to present my answers so that they stand out from the crowd. Now, talking about time management, sir, I knew the fact that essay, ethics, and optional are the best yielding papers compared to other GS papers. So optional, I try to suppose I have 10 days, 10 hours in a day to study, sir. So for 3 hours, I would give to answer writing. Then in remaining 7 hours, I would split it into 40-60 ratio. For 40% of the time, I would go to optional and 60% to GS. Because I was giving 40% time to optional. That's why I was able to cover the syllabus. I was able to write sufficient answers. And I think that is the reason I got this marks.
Superb clarity. I can feel the confidence when you speak, right? So let's go to sociology now. So you are
Yes, sir.
sociology topper, and you have scored
Yes, sir.
293 in sociology, and you got 77th rank. Now, if you rewind, can you tell me why did you choose sociology as your optional? What is that reason? You're working and then you suddenly came to civil services, and then in 2023 you decided all of a sudden, and then how and why you chose sociology as your optional, and how you become a topper in that.
Yes, sir. Sir, sociology was not my first choice. I thought of taking mechanical engineering because it was my graduation subject. I had cleared GATE exam and took up a job in PSU with this mechanical subject only. But since I was graduated in 2018 and I was starting preparation in 2023, so this 5 years gap, I thought that I had lost touch with mechanical engineering. So I was looking for alternative optional. And I had three criteria in my mind, sir. First, the subject should be interesting so that I may spend 1, 2, or 3 years with that subject. So it should be interesting enough to continue for that long period. Second, the syllabus should be short enough so that I can cover it within a short period of time. And third, it should be scoring, sir. I looked sociology in last 10 years. It has produced toppers, sir. It has produced decent scores. So all the three criteria were matching, and I took up the job, took up the optional, sir. Only I narrowed down to sociology and anthropology. But since anthropology deals with primitive societies, it has a big touch of biology. So that's when I lost interest in the subject, sir. But
Great.
sociology was meeting all the criteria. And in college also, sir, I had an open elective of sociology. So I felt that subject is quite interesting. I wanted to explore it, and here I got an opportunity, so why not to take it? Now, your second question, sir, how did I
So
do it?
this is what I want to ask you, Nilesh. You are
Yes, sir.
sociology topper this year, and you have scored 293, which is incredible mark in sociology. When it comes to sociology, which is incredible.
Yes,
So
sir.
I know, and you have told me that with a random YouTube search that you have done for looking for a topic, lineage and descent, and you have
Yes, sir.
seen a video of mine, and then you can tell what happened after that.
Yes, sir. So, actually, sir, if we look on the surface, sociology seems quite a generalized subject. Everyone thinks that I can write very good answers. But when you write answers, you realize that I am writing GS type answers. I'm not giving a sociology perspective in that. So, there was a topic of lineage and descent, and I was writing answers. I had read from two, three resources I had read, some videos also I had seen, but I was not getting the conceptual clarity. That's when I did the YouTube search on this topic and I found your video. So, you must remember, sir, you explained with diagrams and flowcharts. You connected that with Indian society, especially Indian tribal societies. You gave example of current affairs in that topic. So it was like it became so clear that I could write answers with great clarity. That's when I uh, got in contact with you. I did not think that you will reply, sir, but you replied and you helped a lot in my preparation.
So, Nilesh, what I was asking is a lot of people watch YouTube videos now. A lot of content is available, but very few people act upon them. Now, you are a sociology topper also. So, you actually reached out for our mentorship. So, my question is, what made you to take that step?
So as I told, in sociology, in the answer, you have to build a trust with examiner that yes, I know the concept. I'm able to apply that particular concept in current society and link that with current affairs. If you are just ratifying the textbook definitions and writing it, it is not going to fetch you marks. So when I saw your videos, sir, I got that conceptual clarity. I understood that this person has the ability to make me understand the demand of the examination, make me improve my answers. So that's when I reached to you, sir. And after every test, sir, I did this thing. I analyzed my answers. I showed them to you, and whatever remarks you gave, I tried to inculcate those inputs in my answers. And that's when, if you see my copies, sir, from first test to last test, you'll see the improvement. In first test, my answers were more academic or more textbook-like answers. If I can say, these were notes that I wrote. But in later tests, I wrote more relevant answers, more answers that made the examiner believe that yes, this person knows the concept.
Nilesh, you are not just a sociology topper. What I have observed from your papers and copies you're writing is you actually write like a sociologist. So my question is, can you tell me what techniques or strategies that actually helped you to structure such powerful answers?
Sir, I followed certain things. For example, in GS1, questions are theoretical in nature. So if you are thorough with the concept, if you understand what the thinker tried to say in their theory, and you link it with current examples, your copies are good. In paper two, questions are more applied in nature. For example, in Indian society, what is the relevant of caste system, how it is changing? So in those questions, if you write GS-like answers, you are not going to get marks. If you write two theoretical answers, if you oversaturate it with thinkers and theories, you are not going to get marks. So what I used to do, sir, I would think of a certain framework, I would prepare certain arguments, and I would see where certain theory thinkers argument or thinkers theory is supporting that argument, and I would quote that person. So I think that approach also cross-reference from paper one and paper two brought freshness to my answers, and I think that's where my answers stood out from the crowd.
Now you might have forgotten many of the thinkers, but were there any ready-made thinkers to quote for certain topics or something which you already had?
Yes, sir, definitely. We had on caste topic, we had Srinivas Bete. On lineage and descent, we had Iravati Karve kinship system. On Again, on caste, in articles, I had read Suraj Ingre so many times, so I would quote him. Even in GS paper, I quoted him. In GS paper one, if you remember, sir, intercaste and inter-religious marriage, I quoted Suraj Ingre there. In political questions, we could always quote C.W. Mills in paper one. On paper two, we could quote Christopher Jaffelot or Ashutosh Vasne. These are recent contemporary thinkers who have written articles in newspapers. So these are certain frameworks that you helped me with, and I could use them ready-made in my answers and copies.
You just mentioned that in GS paper one also you have mentioned some topics from sociology. In fact, many students have this confusion whether we should go technical in GS paper one. But I always believe that if you have that knowledge, you have to express that knowledge, and you can go technical, and you will definitely get rewarded, and your paper will stand out, right? So what
Yes,
do you
sir.
think about that? You have mentioned that you have also written.
Yes, sir. Sir, my belief is if your answer is relevant and if you are giving that argument to support certain thinkers' theories, it is always a value addition. But if you are putting a thinker's name just it is not fitting in the flow of the answers or it is not looking relevant, then it will irritate the examiner. But if it looks that you are enriching your answer with the name of a thinker, then it is going always going to reward you, be it in GS1 or GS2 or GS3. Always quoting a thinker in particular place is always helpful, sir.
What do you think? What actually worked for you in sociology? But because you scored 293 in sociology, as I told you, that's an incredible score. So that means there is something which is, it's very clear that something which really worked for you. So what is that, and what changed your preparation once you started our mentorship, and how our mentorship actually helped?
Sir, it is my belief that there are three types of copies in sociology means 200 marks, 250 marks, and 300 marks. If you are just writing all the questions, you will get 200 marks. I'm saying generally, sir. If you write relevant answers, then you are going to get around 250 marks. If you write relevant answers, if you do value addition with current affair example or certain flowchart or diagrams, certain thinkers and theories, then you are going to get 300 marks. What I did differently, sir. One, I used paper one and paper two thinkers interchangeably. In paper one, I used thinkers from Indian sociology. In paper two, I used thinkers, six thinkers that we get in paper one and other international thinkers also, sir. A second thing, I used current affair examples quite a lot, sir. For example, I'll give you an example, sir. Recently, Kumbh was organized, so 65 crore people attended that event. So it can be a great example of religious revivalism or rise of Trump Musk nexus in US politics. It can be an example of elite rule, the theory given by Pareto and Moscow. So by using these current affair example, you are making the examiner believe that this person knows the concepts in reality, and it fetches you marks. So I think that thing worked in my favor, sir.
Yeah, Nilesh, there are many aspirants. They basically consider thinkers as the most toughest part when it comes to sociology. But you have clearly cracked that code, right? So, what was your approach, or what do you think the approach that actually helped you to integrate them so well in your answers? You have mentioned
I
about
think
thinkers before, but I'm talking
yes,
about
sir.
that core thinkers part.
Yes, sir. So I think if you have the conceptual clarity that what this thinker tried to say, for example, let us take the example of Marx. In Marx, the keywords, for example, alienation or dialectic materialism. So if you understand those keywords, if you understand what the thinker tried to say, and of course, with the help of teacher, if you can relate it with current affairs, if you can relate it with current happenings and write it in your answers in a way that examiner understands that you understood the concept. So I think that is the key to write answers related to thinkers in paper one, especially. And in this aspect, sir, I think your videos helped me a lot because I got the conceptual clarity from your videos. Whenever I wrote answer and showed it to you, you told me how to improve on these answers, how to relate with current affairs, how to use them in more appropriate way, how to use keywords in your answers so that it does not look oversaturated as well as it does not look GS type answers. So I think those things, if you do, it is job is done.
So, Nilesh, you are a sociology topper with 293 marks. As I told you, it's a very incredible score. So many aspirants now what they do is they try to follow your path, just like you followed the toppers and you mentioned about that before. So tell me honestly, how important is having a mentor in this journey, in this tough journey?
Sir, I believe having a mentor is incredibly important because having a mentor is like having an elder brother who can guide you at every point of time, be it sociology specific or any UPSC related problem you are facing, sir. So, in sociology, if I talk, sir, sociology looks like a general subject in which everyone thinks that I can write good answers. But when you write the answer, you get the reality check that yes, I am not able to give a sociological perspective, and I'm writing GS type answers that are not going to fetch me marks. So a mentor can pinpoint exactly where you need to improve. If you are having any difficulty in understanding a concept, then he can make that he can give you that personalized mentorship that you can understand the concept in a better way. If you are lacking in presentation skills, then he can sit with you and pinpoint that this particular thing you need to improve upon, or this value addition you need to do. So, in my opinion, sir, at every stage of this examination, be it prelims, mains, or interview, having a mentor is a blessing. I would say, sir, it will uh, it will reduce the burden of examination. It will provide you with a guiding. I would say a friend, philosopher, and guide that can help you in this journey, and it will reduce your mental stress.
That's topper's mindset right there. So, Nilesh, you are not just someone who cleared UPSC or got IAS. You actually built a sociology mindset. So, this is actually my last question. So, what does the subject mean to you now, beyond the marks and the exam? What is this sociology is all about for you?
So for me, sociology is studying about society, studying about sociological problems. What are the problems in our society? How we can tackle them? Because there is a even in our chapter one, there is a topic of common sense versus sociology.
I
So
was
till
about
now,
to
I was
ask that because you just mentioned
yes,
before anyone can write an answer right just before. I was about to
yes.
talk about that, but anyway, you continue.
Yes, sir. So till now, I used to think from a commonsensical point of view that this problem is there. This has always been like that. But study of sociology provides us with a unique viewpoint that this problem is due to this historical thing that happened and how it can be improved. What are certain examples in other societies that they have got rid of this problem? So I think being an administrator, this study of sociology will help me a great deal. Even just I wanted to share an incident, sir. In my interview, there was discussion on National Food Security Act. So the board members did not ask me specifically to analyze it from a sociological point of view. But when I gave answers from sociological point of view, it definitely stood out. Members were impressed. So, in my opinion, sir, study of society makes you a better citizen, makes you a better human being. And definitely, if you are going to be an administrator, you need to understand society in a much better way than a common person.
Yeah. Nilesh, take us to that moment. What did it feel like when you came to know the result and when you came to know that you cracked IAS?
So the story is quite interesting. Actually, on 21, we were expecting that result will be out, but on 22, it became clear that today the result will come. I was too anxious. I did not want to see the list because after interview, I was certain that I'm not going to get through this time. So I told my younger brother that you check the list. I had three scenarios in my mind. Either I'll clear it with a very good rank, either I'll not clear it, or decent result will be there. So if the first case is there, I get a very good rank, everyone will start calling. If I do not get any rank, no one will call. And if I get a decent rank, then certainly my brother will at least call. So after 2 or 3 hours, everyone started calling, and I got to know that I have received 77 rank. But again, sir, again at 77 rank in UR category, I was not sure that I'm going to get IS. So I started the preparation for prelims again. I
Yeah.
was dejected, kind of dejected that I have to do this whole preparation again. But after 2 3 days, I think it became clear that I am going to get IS. So that was a relieving moment that I am out of this preparation cycle, and now I can spend time with my friends and family.
So, Nilesh, from struggling with topics like lineage and descent, now to scoring 293 marks in sociology and becoming a topper with All India rank 77, your journey is truly inspiring. So you have not just cracked the IAS, you have developed a perspective that so many aspirants will now try to look up to you, right? So before
Yes.
we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with this final thought. If someone out there just beginning their sociology preparation now, so what's your one sincere piece of advice to them?
So if I had to tell only one thing, I would say build conceptual clarity. Writing practice, value addition, everything can be done later. But if you do not have conceptual clarity on certain topics, you are not going to get good marks. For that conceptual clarity, you can take help of book or you can take help of any mentor, like I took help from you, sir. But once you build conceptual clarity, then this all writing practices, value addition from current affairs or value addition from toppers copies or value addition from mock tests, it can happen. So first priority should be conceptual clarity. Second priority should be better presentation. Your copy should look good. Examiner should not have to put stress to read your copy, to check your answers. He's the more easy his life is, more better marks he will give you. So you should try to make his life easy. That's my message, sir.
So, Nilesh, thank you once again for sharing your journey with such honesty and clarity. Your story is a reminder that with the right mindset, if you have, and also with the right guidance and mentorship, transformation is not only possible, it's very powerful. So, it's been absolute pleasure having you. Wishing you all the very best in your IAS journey now. And I have no doubt that you will continue to inspire many more in the years ahead. So, take care and thank you once again.
Thank you for having me, sir. I was really blessed to have your guidance in my UPSC journey. It was wonderful talking with you, sir. Thank you very much.
Guys, you have just seen how Neelesh has transformed his entire sociology preparation and how he scored that incredible 293 marks in sociology. And that's not by reading tens and hundreds of books, but by finding that clarity which is required in sociology and the structure and the right mentorship. So if you are serious about sociology optional and if you're ready to take that next step which is required, then I invite you to check out our next sociology mentorship program or the upcoming webinar where we focus on the same clarity, answer writing structure, and the personal guidance that really helped Neelesh to reach that 293 score. So check out the description. I'll give you the link in the description and I see you in the session.